Yo, what's up guys? This is Chris from Hair Loss from Steroids, and I'm going to answer a very common question that I get asked a lot, and that is, what is the best minoxidil formula, or minoxidil? What is the best minoxidil? Here's the one I use, recommend, and really just swear by because it's the best thing that I've used in the past 2 years of all the high quality new ones and everything like that. And I'm going to get into why that is and you know why it's better than the other stuff and all that kind of stuff if you want to know. But anyway, like I said again, Lipogain, put it right up there. I'm in 1080 HD, so I can do that right now. Anyway, I've tried a lot of formulas. First off, I've been at this for about a little over 10 years combating male pattern baldness, and a lot of times extreme male pattern baldness because I use steroids and I'm pretty sensitive to male pattern baldness. And yeah, read a lot of clinical research, certainly tried hundreds of different things, thousands and thousands of dollars on stuff. And it turns out that the most simple stuff available on Amazon and some other stuff along the way is really the best for it. You go to Hair Loss from Steroids if you want to check out exactly what I'm using, why I use it, and how I use it, and check out the clinical research that backs the stuff up as well. Anyway, as far as minoxidil goes, I've tried a lot of different stuff. A lot of the generics. Here's the Costco one, Kirkland. I've also tried Members Mark, which I believe is Sam's Club. Walgreens has one, CVS has one, both of which I've tried. Equate, which is the Walmart brand, I've tried as well. And all the generics are, largely the same. They're very runny. They're real. They're not legit. They're inexpensive. And I recommend, if you're going to use that, use them at night because they're not runny, but ideally you should be applying these things twice a day. Another one I've tried is Rogaine. It's the brand name of minoxidil. It used to make it super expensive, but even that price has come down as well. And Spectral DNC, which several years ago I recommended because it is a high quality formula, much like Lipogain. It dries very quickly, and it's a high quality formula and a very good carrier, but it doesn't have azelaic acid, which Lipogain does, so that's why, and I'll go over these reasons more in depth right now. That's why Lipogain is pretty awesome as compared to everything else. So minoxidil formulas are way cheaper than they used to be. It was under patent in the late 90s, and then this thing would range people, I bet, like $80 a month or so. I didn't use it at the time, but they're way less expensive these days, especially the generics. You can get a 8-month supply of this generic guy right on Amazon. You don't even have to go to Costco. So let me talk about the 4 criteria that I used when evaluating these minoxidil formulas as far as which one was best. The first one, it's important to understand that the actual minoxidil is the active ingredient in all these. Okay. What's important to understand about that is the minoxidil is not going to vary from formula to formula, so long as you buy a legit brand, and we're including the generics on that. The actual minoxidil is not going to vary. What will vary is the stuff inside the formula. Got a little blurry there. I wonder what's going on. The stuff inside the formula is what's going to vary. So we're going to talk about that real quick. Number 2, as far as what's inside the formula, a large part of that is the carrier. And by what the carrier I mean is minoxidil is dissolved in a certain solution, and that solution is put on your scalp. And that solution should penetrate your scalp and get to the hair follicles. If it's unable to do that, it's just going to sit on your scalp. So we need a good carrier. Like most minoxidils, Lipogain is in alcohol, ethanol, and propylene glycol, PG. And that's not unlike other formulas too. But this is a very good carrier because it also has azelaic acid, which inhibits 2 types of DHT, which is key for getting to your scalp. I don't have a science lab, obviously, so I can only go by my experience with the kind of stuff. First off, I have way less hair loss in the shower when I use Lipogain consistently. That suggests, anyway, that the azelaic acid is getting to the hair follicles, and that's what we want. So, since it's so much more than the other formulas, even other ones that did contain azelaic acid, which are no longer available, I got way less, hair loss on this one. The Perfect Image one was good too. These were about the same, largely about the same. So, all I know is and I'd be willing to put my money on this. It is getting the job done. This carrier is good. It's better than the other stuff that's out there. Now, another big plus to this formula. Let me see if I can come back here. I don't know what is going on with this blurriness going here. Okay, sorry about that. It can be a daytime minoxidil, and what I mean by that is all the generic formulas are oily, they're wet, and they take a long time to dry. We're talking like 60 minutes, 120 minutes, something like that. Lipogain, it's going to dry for you in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So you can style your hair right after that. But not only does it dry fast, it's not oily. And that's a problem if you have thin hair anyway. Oily formula is going to make your hair look like shit. And it's not practical to use them during the day. This one you can. You can use it 3 minutes later, style your hair, it's all good. And I think that's really important because you want to be using this stuff like twice a day, ideally twice a day. You can get away with once a day. Maybe you want to do Lipogain in the morning, generic one at night, but there's really no better options during the day than this at all. So that's the third reason why I think it's really good. The fourth one is you got to take a look at the other ingredients in the formula. And what I mean by that is the other stuff, not just the minoxidil. Sure, all these formulas have minoxidil in them, and there's other ingredients out there that can also help, one of which is a clinically proven ingredient, azelaic acid. It's been clinically proven, and I will post the studies below, to inhibit up to 100% of both types of DHT. So that's very significant. That's what made the Perfect Image formula so good, and those are now been discontinued. But I don't think there's another formula out there right now, certainly not one that I've tried and I can recommend to you, that has azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is actually an acne treatment because DHTs were largely involved in the process of hormonal acne and stuff like that too. So it definitely gets the job done, taking out DHT on your scalp, and that is certainly what you want. So that ingredient is key. None of the others have it that I talked about, but there's some other goodies in here too that can be helpful to you. I'm not going to suggest that this is the reason I get them, or they're definitely going to 100% help you out and stuff like that. Azelaic acid will. I'm a huge believer in that. But the other ingredients in here that other formulas don't have, we've got saw palmetto extract. You guys might know that from BPH, preventing prostate cancer and stuff like that, because it does kill the DHT that attacks your prostate, which is the same DHT, sort of, that attacks your hair follicles. It's definitely involved in the process. The other potentially valuable hair loss ingredients: alpha-linoleic acid, biotin, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, all good. Those are going to encourage hair growth. Might not exactly, slow down hair loss. Might, but might not. They're not clinically proven. Azelaic acid is. And, might help you out with the hair growth. So those are the 4 reasons. All minoxidil is largely going to be the same. It's the carriers that are different. Lipogain's got a good carrier, dries fast, it's not oily, you can use it during the day, and it has azelaic acid. That is key. That is very much key to, having a minoxidil formula that doesn't just stimulate hair growth, but it's going to keep it on your head too. It's going to kill the DHT on the surface. And especially for the guys out there not using Propecia, I definitely recommend picking up Lipogain, because you got to do something about the DHT. If you're not going to systematically, orally take care of it, you got to take care of it on the surface. So topically kill it. And like I said, the azelaic acid will do that for you. So it's really high care. It's really high quality, and definitely affordable. I got the link below to the cheapest price right now. And you can also read the other reviews. If you click over there from Amazon, works for a lot of guys. I get a lot of emails from guys really saying, it's going as good as the Perfect Image one, if not better. This thing definitely dries. I wouldn't be surprised if largely the same ingredients were in both. I mean, same quality, same type of carrier and stuff like that. But all you gotta know is it works. And yeah, that's about it. Go Lipogain. Pick it up. Give it at least a bottle or two over about a month or two. You're going to see it work within the first 10 days, though. You're going to see reduction in hair loss, and it's going to be good for you. It really will be.